Hey there, football fanatics. Welcome to another wild ride of college football craziness. Brought to you by yours truly. Buckle up, because today, we're diving into the chaotic, head-spinning, and, let's face it, absolutely bonkers state of college football as we head into the expanded college football playoff. Trust me, things have gotten so out of hand. Even the Bellagio Casino in Vegas couldn't contain the madness. And hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that button, throw us a like, and share this video with your fellow college football lovers. Let's spread the chaos, fun, far and wide. Now, let's jump right into it. College football, where the drama is hotter than a tailgate grill. And every week feels like the season finale of a reality TV show. The latest chapter? The expanded college football playoff, which is basically the sport's equivalent of shaking up a snow globe and watching all the pieces scramble in every direction. And just like that, we're now witnessing something that might as well be a season of Survivor, but instead of tribal councils. We've got bowl games, the transfer portal, and nil deals to keep everyone on their toes. It's utter bedlam. Let's rewind for a second to last week in Vegas. Picture this. NCAA President Charlie Baker, strolling through the Bellagio Casino, probably trying to figure out the blackjack rules. Who can blame him? Suddenly, a fan spots him and says, "You guys did it wrong. You left Alabama out of the playoff." To which Charlie, completely taken aback, responds, "What did I do?" The fan shoots back, "You left Alabama out of the playoff. Fix it." Now, remember, Charlie doesn't actually control the playoff selection committee. But hey, maybe he's secretly plotting some magic behind the scenes? This quirky little interaction perfectly encapsulates the state of college football today: chaotic, confusing, and borderline comedic at times. The fact that a casino in Vegas is a microcosm of all the madness swirling around college football? Just chef's kiss. And folks, the reality is that college football has entered a new era, one that feels more like the Wild West than ever before. We're talking about seismic shifts that are turning the sport upside down, inside out, and sideways. So, what's causing all the ruckus? Let me paint you a picture. First up, the transfer portal. Have you ever heard of someone leaving a team just days before a big playoff game? Well, that's happening a lot. Take Penn State's backup quarterback, Beau, for example. The kid was an important piece for the Nittany Lions offense but left just days before their first-round playoff matchup against SMU. Why? Because the transfer portal window opened right during playoff time. And if you don't jump on a better offer, you risk losing the starting spot and, let's be real, some serious cash. You might be thinking, what's the big deal? He's just transferring, right? Oh, but the timing. It's like trying to squeeze into a concert after the doors close. The quarterback market is ruthless. And if Beau doesn't act fast, he's stuck sitting on the sidelines in more ways than one. This is the world we're living in. A backup quarterback trying to balance loyalty to his team with the prospect of a starting gig somewhere else. No pressure, right? But hey, when millions of dollars are on the line, you better believe those decisions aren't so easy. And if you think Beau's story is wild, let's talk about Marshall University, who literally pulled out of their bowl game 2 weeks before it was scheduled. Why? Because too many players hit the transfer portal, leaving them with fewer bodies than a flag football team. Who needs 25+ players for a bowl game, right? Just a minor detail. Talk about dropping out of high school prom last minute. Meanwhile, you've got head coaches, like Wake Forest's Dave Clawson, who are resigning out of nowhere, clearly over the pressures of the new era of college football. It's like a game of musical chairs. But instead of music, it's just the sound of coaches pulling out their hair. And let's not forget LSU, Oklahoma State, and Florida State coaches, now contributing a part of their salaries into the revenue-sharing pot. Apparently, the golden handshake is now a golden donation to your school's collective nil fund. Gotta make sure those players are getting paid, right? Speaking of nil, let's talk about this absolute roller coaster. We've got schools and boosters promising athletes guaranteed millions of dollars before the new salary cap is even in place. They're front-loading deals like crazy to avoid the looming salary restrictions that will kick in next summer. A total loophole. And guess what? It's legal, at least for now. But as college football dives deeper into this murky new landscape, People like Georgia President Jerry Moorhead are saying, "Hold up, we should totally unwind these shady deals before they get out of hand." Good luck with that, Jerry. The bottom line here is that college football is unhinged right now. And not in the fun, March Madness way. It's more like the sport is on the verge of a total existential crisis. We're talking about laws, contracts, and nil deals all tangled up in a messy knot. There's a serious identity crisis going on here. Is this still college football? Or are we just watching a professional league disguised as a college sport? And let's not forget the revenue-sharing plans that are about to kick in. For the first time, schools will be able to directly pay players. Yes, you heard that right, directly pay. A nice little paycheck from your alma mater's deep pockets for all that gridiron glory. It's supposed to bring some much-needed order to the chaos. But right now, it's just a storm of paperwork, lawsuits, and legal battles. After all, when you get handed $800 million in TV revenue, you're going to need a lot of paperwork to go with it. But wait, there's more. We've got some serious reorganization happening behind the scenes. For example, North Carolina hired Bill Belichick's old NFL pal as their head coach. What's next? A bunch of NFL scouts roaming college campuses with clipboards. Signing players to, what? An NFL-style draft system? Maybe. No one really knows. But that's the fun part. Then, there are the conferences. SEC and Big Ten have started thinking about their own private bowl games with more control over bowl revenue. Soon, you might see them kicking out the other conferences in the postseason just like a high school clique. Sorry, you guys can't sit with us in our bowl games. Talk about a power struggle. And that's where we stand today. Folks, college football isn't just a sport anymore. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and that comes with all the drama. We're witnessing a massive transformation right before our eyes. Players, coaches, fans, and administrators are all trying to figure out where they fit in this new landscape. And spoiler alert, it's not easy. But hey, with all this madness comes something else, parity. Yep, you heard me right. It's not just the big dogs dominating anymore. Smaller programs have the chance to swoop in and compete at the highest level. Thanks to the transfer portal and NIL. Look at teams like SMU and Indiana. Both are full of players who transferred from power programs. In a way, the playing field has leveled out. Maybe this bedlam isn't so bad after all. So, there you have it. The future of college football is in a state of absolute chaos. But as crazy as it seems, it's also more exciting than ever. Who knows what's coming next? I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. But one thing's for sure, if you're not keeping up with the madness, you're missing out. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and share it with all your football-loving friends. Stay tuned, because we're just getting started with this wild ride. Until next time, folks, keep your helmets on and your playbooks close.